Hello everyone, this is Domina Mara, and today I wanted to make this video for a submissive who had excellent questions after I saw him here in Chicago. He had a very wonderful time with me, and I thought his questions were amazing as he wrote a very lovely note to me after our session. I will be going over them with you guys and answering all the questions in case you guys have the same questions and for future reference for other submissives as well. First, I would like to thank all of my YouTube subscribers. Welcome for all those who are new. And thank you to all those who have followed my Instagram and my Twitter accounts. I always appreciate your likes and I appreciate most of your comments. I will be visiting Denver April 29 to May 3rd. No, May 9 to May 17. I will be in Peru and visiting Machu Picchu and going there for the first time. So, yay for travel. All right, let's get to these questions. And this video is about references. And I will talk about both the submissives questions and also my interpretation of submissives getting references. So we'll have a little bit of a duality today. So starting with the submissives questions, he was curious about how subs are referred when mistresses have references. Okay, so his first question is, when a mistress asks a question about a sub, is it binary, which means safe, green light, go, versus unsafe, red light, or is it more of an open conversation? So, in my personal experience, I tend to reference like so. Dear mistress, I am writing to you because I have been referenced that you have played with Joe Schmo. He is male, 53, age 53, from Chicago. He played with you at the Hilton in August. He enjoys spanking, CBT, tickling, and bondage. This is just made up and kind of what I've done in the past. And then I say something about, oh, this is my protocol before I play with anybody who is new to my repertoire of submissives, and thank you for your time. Hope to hear from you soon. Something to that effect. And usually they come back to me with a one-liner that says, yes, I played with them, it went fine, have fun, good luck, or no, I've never played with that person, I don't remember that person. Sometimes they will ask for an email address and they will check to see if that email address matches or if that name matches, and so they will ask, did he use a different name? And I will have to ask the submissive, what name did you use with this person? If it matches, we're good to go. If not, then no. I don't usually use green light or red light with anyone. I actually don't even use it during play. If a submissive really wants to use that, I will allow that to be used as terminology in play, but I am more conversive, and if something is too hard as an impact, I just say, tell me. Just say, mistress, it's a little too hard, and I will back off. Usually that's not the case. I can read bodies very, very well since I'm almost 6 years as a professional, and I usually start out light anyway, but I'm getting off into a tangent. Let's get to the next question. Is it usually one email or text, or is it a longer exchange? Like I mentioned just now, if we aren't clear on who this person is, there will be more than one email exchange, but many mistresses are very busy. They have a lot of emails to sort through. Some of them don't even respond, which is why I typically ask for at least 2 references in case one doesn't respond. If one of them is super credible and I already know about them or know of them and I'm following them on social media, 1 reference is great, especially if she responds and it's a legitimate email or phone number. Do you discuss the activities that took place during the session? Not really, because if I'm already introducing what that person likes in an introductory email, then they already know what happens during play. Sometimes if I don't include all of the things that they like and just say, oh, they're into spanking, or just add 1 or 2 fetishes, then the mistress will go, yes, we played and he really loved CBT, have fun. Something like that. Do you ask how much tribute is collected between both of us? I never ask that unless I know a mistress personally, or we are discussing it in person and talking about tribute collectively, then that question might be brought up. But for me personally, and for other mistresses and emails that I have received, we don't discuss tribute. Tribute, to me, is collection of a donation that I think that I deserve, that I am worth for that time period that I am offering. For all of the activities I'm offering, my skill level, my experience, my knowledge and safety, all of those things culminate into why I charge the amount I charge. And the experience that I'm offering is completely unique to me and what I give to you. I will actually come back to this for references for submissives in my other part of this video, so keep watching. I have one more question, and this question is personal opinion about the submissives' personalities, looks, or manners shared at all? I probably get like 30% of ladies saying that a submissive was a kind gentleman and very nice submissive, nothing to worry about. Sometimes I ask, is there anything to look for in the submissive, or anything to take note of? I used to ask that question more when I was starting out, but now I don't really. I can gauge by the email construction if that person is going to be worth my time, if they're going to actually send tribute, and I typically don't converse with someone for more than what probably would equal 5 to 10 minutes, because I already know if they're going to take the time to spend the money and see me and leave a deposit, and if they have experienced that before, or if they're just going to waste my time, which unfortunately there were a lot of during the Chicago trip. But I think that'll happen in any tour, so I'm preparing myself mentally for that. There was one occasion where I already felt in someone's email, in their introduction, that they were not necessarily submissive because they had this topping from the bottom type of mentality, and through the way and the delivery of their sentences, I already kind of had that in the back of my mind. He had 2 really reputable references. They did check out. One of them said, yes, he's good to go, have fun. The other one said he's a little mouthy. And I already was like, okay, so even though the references checked out, I personally did not like how this submissive was talking to me. And so I wrote honestly back to him and I said, you know what, I think you may need to find another mistress because I don't think we're going to match. He didn't ask me why. He respectfully said, okay, if you change your mind in the future, you know, I'm open to play. And I said, okay. And unfortunately, there are some very few, but cases that I have to do that with, because if I am not comfortable speaking with you via text, how am I going to be comfortable with you during playtime? And for me, it's not just about the financial aspect of things. I want to enjoy myself, because that will in turn help you enjoy yourself. So the second part of this talk and this video is about submissives finding references, and should they actually reference each other. Usually people don't like to talk about their fetishes because that's either private, unless they're in the community, but if they're in the community, then they're already playing as lifestyle and not necessarily as a client. But I think that if you are submissive, do your research. We have websites. We've taken hours and hours to tell you what our fetishes are, what we're okay with. I have a YouTube channel which actually has helped many clients kind of gauge how my personality is, and I am exactly how I am in real life. Many people can attest to this. I am as I am speaking to the camera. So if you don't know me, watching my videos before you meet me can gauge what kind of person I'm going to be. However, if you do know people who are other clients who are submissives, who see mistresses, reach out to them. Go on to a forum like Max Fish, aka The Hang, and talk with each other and see how other people have reviewed this mistress. Mistresses have testimonials on their websites. Mine are written and copy and pasted with permission by the people that I've seen, who have written nice notes to me after they've had sessions with me. There are probably other forums that I am not saying right now, but you can do your research and see what other people have said about mistresses, especially those who have toured. So you can have a range of different people, not just from one city, but multiple cities. I think that research is good because, as I mentioned before, I establish my tribute amount based on my skill and experience, my knowledge, safety, all of the above. And if a mistress charges tribute about the same amount as me or more, but doesn't have those things, I don't want the submissive to end up hurt. I've known people to be paralyzed after a suspension rope session, like partially paralyzed from their spine, a disc in the spine, and you can't take that back, and I don't ever want that to happen to any submissive. So as mistresses reference each other on submissives for their safety and just to gauge, what the submissive is like, submissives, please do your research as well. If you can talk to others, talk to them. There's a whole community out there. There's FetLife. I think there's Collar Space. I don't go on a lot of forums. I know they're out there. I'm on mistressreview.com and a couple of other links that I have on my website that you can reference. Take the time and just 5-10 minutes research your mistress just to make sure that you're going to be safe and that person isn't just going to beat you to pulp and unconscious and do things. I knew another person who was also traumatized by someone who went ahead and did something that the submissive did not consent to. So that is not okay in my book, and I just want everybody to stay safe, sane, and consensual, because that is what this is all about. So if you like this video, please give it a like, comment below if you use any of these tools or if you have referenced before. If you're a submissive or a mistress, feel free to share your methods below. Share this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel so you know when the next videos are out. View my other videos for tutorials on how to see a mistress, how to start, what is the protocol for a meet and greet with a mistress. I offer those if somebody is uncomfortable or doesn't know. Instead of having references, a submissive can also come to me and say, "Mistress, I would love to meet you at a cafe publicly for an hour. Let's talk, let's get to know each other, see if we have a connection." Sometimes I offer that because I can't really gauge a person and I can sense there's a little hesitation, and it turns out all well and good. So be safe, have fun, and keep it kinky, everyone. See you next time.